Namaste. Ellie here. I'm feeling called to do a little new moon download, which originally I wasn't going to do because of my personal big life shift that I'm going through, and I was giving myself time. Something happened in an event that I was involved in, and I felt really called to share this wisdom from the universe. So, where we are at now. I'd like to mention about the sun moving into Taurus, which was a few days ago. And there's when the planets move into new signs, there is always a shift of energy. And especially this one was from fire to earth sign. So it was from Aries, of like the starter, this warrior, and lots of energy, and this kind of impatience that you felt to like wanting to do something new and to really do something big, in the summer, like a new start. And then it goes into Taurus, which is like the bull, the really slow, making sure steps. It moves slow but surely. That each steps are grounded into the earth. And so Taurus is a very earthy sign. And this shift just happened a few days ago. Then our new moon is in Taurus as well. So moon has already met sun in Taurus earlier today in the West Coast. And this, new moon is usually about the beginning, about new things. And I like to suggest, for you to write out something that you want to try out for this new moon to next new moon phase. But this Taurus new moon has a little bit of different effect. And so before I go into that, I want to touch a little bit about other planets. We all probably experienced a lot of chaos in the past couple of weeks when one of the planet, Venus, started going direct, and then other planet like Mercury started going in retrograde. And this Mercury retrograde gets a really bad rap because Mercury is related to a lot of things in our life, right? So Mercury is our thoughts, our mind, our communication. When usually you can communicate really well, during Mercury retrograde, it's so easy to have misunderstanding between people. Or Mercury is connected with communication and information, technology. And so somehow your phone doesn't work, your computer breaks down, your call doesn't go through, whatever that might be, you may end up with the communication issues. Then it's connected with traffic, like with roads and traffic and driving, transportation. So you might have problem with transportation. I always strongly suggest during Mercury retrograde to drive really carefully. And it's partially because your mind may be a little bit foggy. You're not thinking as clearly as usually that you are. But it goes the same for everybody else. So you also have to watch out for people on the road who are under this Mercury retrograde. So driving is one thing that you want to be really, really careful about. When planets go into retrograde, this is time for us to slow down. It is asking us to revise, to really review at things, what's going on in your life, what you're choosing. And especially with Venus just meeting Chiron, it's the energy is still in effect. And the Chiron is this wounded healer. And Venus is our love, it's our relationship, it's our feelings and inspiration and dreams. So, we might be all finding that somehow in our relationship, in our friendship, or, relationship with your family, with your partner, just at work in general, relationship with people are likely to bring up something in us that is wounded, right? Like our old wound that needs to be cleared is now surfacing thanks to this conjunction of Venus and Chiron. But again, it's not an easy time, because it hurts. And if you are experiencing something like that, just know that it's an effect, from the universe, and it will also go away. And also that it's happening for a reason. So have curiosity for why this is happening to you right now. What's surfacing for you to be able to let go or to choose better. So that's Venus and Chiron. So basically all of that going on. This new moon, take a breath. Especially if you have been freaking out for the past couple weeks or month or even months, since the beginning of the year has been a really interesting ride. So take a deep breath and ground your feet onto the earth. If possible, within the next few days, touch the ground. I do a lot of gardening work and it's so healing, it's so grounding. And so if possible, definitely touch the ground. So my suggestion for you on this new moon is to really relax. Taurus is connected with our senses, it's our 5 senses. Taurus love to do things that nurtures us, that brings us good feelings and nurturing and that's what we want to go for. Right now, there may be some feeling of still going, or wanting to rush into some things, or it's also not a good time to invest big money. Taurus is really about earthly, sure steps. And so you want to look at your life in that way. So this Taurus new moon is about more like making plans for your life. Taking the little steps, but the sure steps, rather than dreaming big and having vision and that's all you need. No, this is really about earth, about grounding, being on this earth. So I invite you to take as many deep breaths as possible on this new moon. Many blessings and thank you.